right now on Up with KREM.
We're all looking for hope. When you give love, you get love.
Santa needs a little bit of help this season. How one couple is making sure every kid enjoys the holiday magic.
Much calmer after yesterday's windstorm, and while temps drop a bit today, they stay above average from here through Christmas.
I think we'll be able to solve some problems here.
In chaos on Capitol Hill, this morning the fight to keep the government open after a bipartisan deal fell apart following comments from President-elect Trump and one of his allies.
Up with KREM begins now.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Brandon T. Jones, and we also want to welcome you in if you're streaming us on KREM 2+. Also want to go ahead and say hi to meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because he's standing over there in the Weather Center, keeping us up to date with everything we need to know about the weather. But Thomas, it looks like it's going to be a lot more calm today than it was yesterday.
A whole lot more calm today, Brandon, because, I mean, yesterday I couldn't believe it. Every single moment I checked on our wind speeds, it just kept going up and up and up. We've actually peaked at 68 miles per hour. That actually starts to rival some of the windstorms we've had in the past. If you remember the 2021 windstorm, 71 miles per hour was our fastest wind speed on that particular day. But as of right now, how about just 5 miles per hour? That we can handle. Current temperature 32 degrees at the airports, 29 in Spokane Valley, and 30 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. So many spots are still below the freezing mark, so still could be quite frosty out there this morning, but thankfully a whole lot more calm in terms of the winds.
Those calm conditions, Thomas. Thank you, and we'll check back in with you a bit later. Right now, let's go ahead and check in on the traffic, because this is a live look at I-90 and US 2. Things do seem to be moving quite smooth at this particular point in the hour. But here on Up with KREM, we bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes, so we'll keep an eye out on those roads. And new this morning, a Medical Lake woman is dead after a crash on I-90 in Spokane County. According to WSP, 81-year-old Carol Johnson was driving the wrong way on eastbound of the interstate when she crashed into another car. WSP says the crash happened just after 10:30 last night near Four Lakes. Troopers say that Johnson was not impaired, and the road was partially blocked for just about 2 hours. It has since reopened this morning. The driver and passenger of the other car are both in the hospital. You probably heard it yesterday as well, but violent winds not only caused mass power outages, but also proved to be deadly. Yesterday, a tree fell on a box truck, causing it to swerve off the road. This is a story we first brought you as breaking news here on Up with KREM yesterday morning, and it happened on Highway 2 near East Airport Drive and Sunset Frontage Road. WSP says this was a freak accident with winds blowing between 45 and 50 miles per hour. We don't know the identities of the victims, but we're learning more about them and expecting to learn more about them today. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. A viewer sent us this picture from the 5 Mile area of Spokane showing an enclosed carport that blew onto someone's roof. KREM viewer Ashley sent us this photo saying that the carport was a soft-sided tent, so the damage to the home doesn't appear to be too extensive. A fallen tree due to yesterday's high winds canceled classes for the Hayden Canyon Charter School. The school security officer saying their main focus was keeping all of the students and faculty safe.
That knocked out our heating system, knocked out all the lights, obviously, in the school. So the lift station that shoots our sewer water down to the main, that went out.
The wind cut out about 5 hours of the day for 580 students. And according to the school's Facebook page, all the power is back on. Classes will be back to their regular schedule today for their last day of classes before Christmas break. And an update this morning, a missing woman in North Idaho has been found dead. The Cooney County Sheriff's Office confirmed 65-year-old Sharon Davidson's body was found yesterday morning. It was found by the search and rescue team near her property just south of Coeur d'Alene. Authorities tell us that the death did not appear to be suspicious, but continue with the investigation. Now for continuing coverage on a story we've been following for the last month, the Idaho State Board of Education voted unanimously to reduce diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at Idaho's public universities. It comes as the University of Idaho and Boise State closed their DEI units on campus. The resolution was introduced in November to remove central offices, policies, and initiatives dedicated to DEI. This also removes any centers based on DEI efforts. Some schools discussed their changes and assured the board of its commitment to serve diverse students. Some students and faculty have expressed concerns over this resolution.
I absolutely understand why we should be focused on the issues around DEI ideology. I think on many campuses across this country, the way it has been implemented has created real problems. Where I get concerned is the unintended consequences of this action.
Universities are expected to comply with these guidelines and make changes by June of next year. Well, the federal government could be headed for a shutdown ahead of the holidays after a last-minute spending deal collapsed yesterday. The measure, which included billions of dollars in added funding for disaster aid, was opposed by President-elect Donald Trump and tech CEO Elon Musk. CBS News' Jared Hill has more on where things stand as Congress faces a shutdown deadline this weekend.
Capitol Hill in chaos as lawmakers huddle in closed-door meetings, hoping to avert a government shutdown at the end of the week.
We're in the middle of these negotiations, but I think we'll be able to solve some problems here.
Earlier yesterday, Congress seemed poised to pass a 1,500-page bipartisan spending measure to fund the federal government through mid-March. It included billions of dollars in disaster and farm aid, and the first pay raise for members of Congress since 2009. Then, tech billionaire and close Trump ally Elon Musk weighed in on social media, calling it pork and pushing lawmakers to kill the bill, even suggesting members who support it should be voted out of office. President-elect Donald Trump also came out against the bill, saying a clean measure should be passed without what he called Democrat giveaways.
As a Republican, why would I want to carry the water for a Democrat bill?
Later, House Republicans declared the bill dead.
A comment that by one person that triggers this kind of result, it doesn't bode well for the new Congress or the new administration.
Congressional Democrats are blaming Republicans.
House Republicans will now own any harm that is visited upon the American people.
In a statement, the White House warned that a shutdown would harm Americans who rely on basic services like Social Security, adding, "A deal is a deal. Republicans should keep their word." Jared Hill, CBS News.
Time is 6:07 as we take you outside. A bit chilly for this morning, but thankfully not nearly as windy outside. Yesterday, these were the maximum wind speeds in that 60-mile-per-hour range between Pullman and out at the airport. 68 miles per hour is very, very impressive. That is in the severe category. And at one point, we were reporting 20,000 people without power yesterday. Now, today, a lot calmer overall. Just be cleaning up any of the damage, which was mostly the trees that were uprooted or branches that were snapped off. But we'll get a chance to clean that up today because we get pretty calm conditions overall. It's actually mostly clear, a little bit of some just hazy cloud cover overhead, but I can still see the moon above my head from our outdoor weather center vantage point. So we actually get a little bit of sunshine for the day, this time without the wind. High temperatures just at about 40, 41 degrees or so for this afternoon. Rain for tonight, or at least a chance of such, one of many chances for rain between now and Christmas Day. So we'll cover that in just a few minutes.
All righty, Thomas, we look forward to that. And now it is time for your wake-up call. It's National Re-Gifting Day today, so we want you to type in and let us know what you've tried to re-gift before. And someone has said, good morning. The worst gift they've got is when their best friend moves. Oh, yeah, that is pretty sad. A gift card for movie tickets with no money on it. The worst Christmas gift ever has to be literal coal. We've been talking about coal, though, because actually one of our engineers, Nikolai, he's into the Smith type of industry. So Thomas was letting me know that Nikolai is actually welcoming coal. I don't think you should ever try to re-gift. You just got to hold on to it. Take that loss, or just appreciate the effort or the thought, I guess. But I do want to hear if you've ever tried to re-gift anything. So go ahead and text us in to 509-448-2000 or use the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media, and we'll try to get your message up here on our screens.
Change has brought opportunity for Jake Dickert at another institution, but that leaves us an amazing opportunity for change here at Washington State University going forward.
All righty, still ahead. Wazoo is assessing its next steps after finding out that their head football coach is leaving. In the next 4 minutes, the latest on Jake Dickert's departure from Pullman.